Hello, welcome one and all to the 5th episode of Minhkyo Poetry Corner. This week, I have something very special for you guys. We're doing a 2-episode series, the 2022 year in review. So no teasing this time. I know it's going to be 2 episodes. The first episode, we are going to go more big picture, the lessons that I've learned this year, what I want to keep, what I'm leaving behind, and how I might apply that to 2023. And to everybody, I don't know when you're hearing this, but Happy New Year. The second episode will be more of the usual storytelling chronologically with, poetry flair as per usual. So without further ado, please like, share, and subscribe. Leave a like, ring the bell so you know when the next episode is coming. And here we go. Chapter 1. Purpose. It is better to warrior a garden than to garden a war. My purpose is not a plan, not the steps I will take, but the path beneath of it. I spent a lot of time on the what to do and not as much on the why to. Funny thing is that things can happen. You will appear where you need to, where there's the most life to be lived, if you just believe in your why. If you fail, quote unquote, your why automatically will evolve. So don't waste precious time debating and theorizing. Also, you're not alone. We're all coming home. So take back your time and put it in service of the magic we can perform, the miracles that are waiting to happen. I sincerely do appreciate the side quests we completed, and those lessons, those objectives weren't for naught. They all carry over as strengths to be utilized for a greater good. I regret nothing. Every misstep that led me here. Though I leave the past behind, I continue to grow. That was chapter 1, how I viewed the purpose of my life into this year. And now we'll be moving on to chapter 2. Chapter 2. The physical. Just because we don't believe in Greek gods. Just as we created gods to be human, they created us to be gods. Machines molded from nature to serve greater purpose. I had long valued aesthetics and ego overall. But when that belief wavered, I was lost. For what was I training? I only had embers in me urging my efforts. A lone wolf only hunts to not starve. I was surviving, and so did not hunger. A forsaken god who lost sight of his potential. I know now to embody the eternal in the finite. In this body that ages and dies, I must become and be towards greatness so that future partners, children, brothers, sisters, mentors, students, and parents can depend on me to carry water when there's fire, to defend the walls in times of war, to survive what death can be avoided. It feels good to move right and move better. And with right determination, create brighter futures and move mountains. This chapter was based on how I viewed my body as I get older, and we all go through this as our metabolism's slow and we aren't quite as limber as we used to be, getting random pains in random places. Now on to chapter 3. Chapter 3. The mental and the spiritual. What's wrong with defining yourself by your relationships? When my sister asked me this, I was absolutely floored. For a good while, I had often thought to myself that we are fundamentally alone. This also made an impact, particularly on my sense of self. I grew to see ego as something intrusive and harmful, like a potential cancer. I since have come around to accept ego as part of the living experience. Not only that, but to support ego so we both can thrive. Why fear the monster in me when he can be my friend and ally? I felt elated to finally look him in the eyes and say, I want you. Understanding ego has really opened my eyes to my potential and the oneness that lives within me. One cannot merely skip over ego to reach enlightenment. We simply become indistinguishable from the mask inside and out. Even messiahs, Buddhas, and enlightened ones had to learn to walk amongst humanity in all its suffering. Yeah, I've definitely explored this idea in some other pieces, maybe that I've shared in other videos, maybe I will share in future videos. But I'm still exploring how your ego can be used to serve in the wellness of others in society, and of course your own well-being. Alright, on to Chapter 4. Chapter 4. The social. So you want to build a family. I have spent various parts of my life feeling like I knew what it meant to build a family. This year, I felt that family was all around me, just waiting to happen. Using family in a broader definition. But a definition that broad dodges the real question. What does it mean to build a future for your family? Have children? Change the world? Become able and willing to serve and protect? All of the above is correct. The fundamental difference is that you are not just passively accepting and patient in the moment, but emanate the light of hope to bring peace, love, and joy to those who love you and to those who would allow themselves to be loved by you. This is my cup, which can fill and quench the thirst of others. Social dynamics between myself, friends, family, and potential partners takes on a new light of patience in my intentions. Less is more until the time is right. To leave everyone better off no matter when or where. That's it. Just trust. Yeah, that's a big theme of turning into your later years in life, although I'm not even that far into it. But yeah, I hope you guys can relate to that. And now I'm just gonna wrap everything up in the conclusion. In conclusion, why does fate bring people together? You know, I can't really say why, only that I believe now that there is a gravity that pulls us to find certain people, to learn certain lessons, to have certain fortunes and misfortunes. We all have a part to play. I, my ego, family, friends, rivals, past, present, and future. Even what feels like sudden change is the right way when viewed as the greater picture. Being young only means that surprises feel more turbulent in the flight of life. No real choice but to go with it when the heart pulls me this strongly. Life is love, and love is life, in all of its fluid forms. No one person could hope to contain it, and yet together, we all have it. Because we are alive, because we are here, and we get to spend this time together. Alright, same time next year. Let's see what we remember. And thank you so much for joining me today, guys. I hope you guys have thoroughly enjoyed my 2022 year in review part 1. Definitely try to do this for yourself as we come into 2023. You can do it on last year. You can make a note to do it next year. Just take some time to yourself and do not read what you wrote last year before starting your new one. It will definitely cover your perspective. So I hope to maybe hear what you guys have to share, if you guys would like to share. And once again, like, share, subscribe to anyone who would be interested in hearing something like this, and ring the bell so that you can be here to join me again for next week's episode, chapter 2 of the year in review, part 2. Minhkyo out.